Hello loves, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the new moon in Pisces on March 2nd breakdown and forecast that's happening this week, and I'm really excited to talk about this because the cards that came out, we're going to be talking about it. As always, we're going to be doing a spell guide and we're going to be looking at the tarot and oracle cards after we look at the charts. So I have it pulled up, and as always we're going to start at breaking down the planetary positions, and then we would get into the aspects. So for the planetary positions, the sun will be in Pisces, moon will be in Pisces, Mercury will be in Aquarius, Venus will be in Capricorn, Mars will be in Capricorn, Jupiter will be in Pisces, Saturn will be in Aquarius, Uranus will be in Taurus, Neptune will be in Pisces, and Pluto will be in Capricorn. So we have both a Capricorn stellium with Venus, Mars, and Pluto being in Capricorn, and we have a Pisces stellium with the sun, moon, Jupiter, and Neptune all in Pisces. So there's definitely a lot going on with the water and earth energies, but we also have Mercury and Saturn in Aquarius. So there's definitely still the little hints of, you know, Aquarian energy pushing through. And there's definitely a lot going on. First of all, Pisces season, as we know, it is the season of reflection, it's the season of creativity. It is the last astrological season before we move into Aries, and Aries starts off the astrological year. It is a deeply personal season because, you know, it highlights the subconscious mind. So what you are reflecting on, what you are currently processing within yourself. So the aspects really are in alignment for that reflection and to give you space to kind of like really reflect, balance, and then empower yourself, you know, like refocus up. So for the main aspects, we have the sun in conjunction to the moon, which is great because when you have sun in conjunction to the moon, it's just a great alignment for the ego and the emotional energies for them to be on the same page. We have the sun in conjunction to Jupiter, which is a great time because you guys know Jupiter is in Pisces. Because the sun is all about the ego and the willpower, Jupiter being the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, opportunity, philosophy, travel, knowledge, this is a really great time to set some intentions towards certain things that you want to have some more exploration about. Certain things that you want to learn, certain things that you want to like dive in deeper in, because Jupiter is a very deep planet. It expands, right? It is an expansive planet. It can expand both negatively and positively, because the truth and knowledge is not always, you know, it's not always pretty. It's not always like rose colored, right? So there is this, with the sun in conjunction with Jupiter, not only is this a great time to have your actions, to have at your core what it is that you want to do, what's in alignment with you, actually, you know, getting some luck in that space, in that area, but it allows us to recharge in a way that we haven't been able to in the past. The reason being because Pisces is it's the sign of like, okay, sleep, it's dreaminess, it's creativity, it's getting lost, it's very euphoria, it's getting lost in especially because Pisces also rules substances, that includes drugs and alcohol. So there's like this kind of like going with this aesthetic flow of Piscean energy, but the sun and Jupiter are very action forward signs. They're constantly moving forward, right? Except Jupiter when, you know, moves into retrograde. But the point is that there's always like an expansive energy when it comes to these planets. With the sun's energy, the sun never goes into retrograde. So you're constantly moving forward, you're constantly aging, you're constantly learning something new, you're constantly being taught something, you're constantly having to accept different things about yourself, you're constantly expanding your consciousness, you're constantly either loving yourself more or hating yourself more. It really depends. And with Jupiter is all about expanding everything. It's like, look at all of the possibilities. So right now with this conjunction, this is a great time to focus on manifestation. And because they're in Pisces, it's like the world is your, you know, the world is your blank canvas. You can really, if you wanted to manifest something right now, it has to be done emotionally. You have to romanticize it, you have to daydream about it, you have to really it needs to be romanticized. It needs, if you want something to expand in your life, and if you're trying to work with this moon, specifically for manifestation, you need to literally pour your emotions into it. Work with the planetary energies. While Jupiter in Pisces manifests slightly on, I don't want to say on a slow end, because the water signs are not a fast moving sign. They're not, you know, fire or air. But because like Jupiter in Pisces is more water, it will take a minute for the thing to come into fruition, but trust and believe that the intentions that you set on this specific new moon are very powerful and will be expanded upon. So not only be mindful of the things that you're thinking about, both negatively and positively, but also think really clearly about the manifestations that you're trying to bring forth as well. The moon will also be in conjunction to Jupiter. It's a great time to do a lot of water magic, to do a lot of like water manipulation, to do a lot of glamour magic as well. Really great time to do glamour magic, and focus on attraction work. Great time to do that. Think of mermaids, think of the sirens, think of like really kind of drawing in, really like moving through, and then just that thing appears, and then you're just like magnetizing it in. Think of having the thing that you want, and it just keeps moving and moving forward. I feel like it should be a lot of water magic focusing on visualization specifically, especially with the Aquarius in the chart. Focus on the visualization, and then with all the earth energies that are present, with the Capricorn energies that are present, and Uranus and Taurus, focus on grounding yourself in the visions that you're having. So this is a great time for like daydreaming, and just doing a lot of visual work, and affirmations. Always a great time for affirmations as well. Mercury will also be in a conjunction with Saturn. Venus will be in a conjunction with Mars, and Venus will be in a conjunction with Pluto. Mars will also be in a conjunction with Pluto. So a lot of conjunctions going on because there's a lot of, you know, planets that are in the same sign. So Mercury in conjunction to Saturn, this is a really great time to set intentions that are very grounding. This is also a really good time to pay attention to your words, okay? Because Saturn, you guys know, is very karmic. It's a planet of restriction, and it's very focused in on wanting you to have a solid foundation, but also being the planet of karma. So when it comes to having the planet in conjunction to Mercury, what's going to happen is that it's going to really bring in the focus in on your mind. So whether it is that you have been like lying, or, you know, maybe you got caught in a lie. I mean, it's Pisces season, so this is the season that, you know, certain things get revealed. Like, it's not Scorpio season, because Scorpio season, the truth really comes out, but Pisces season, the truth leaks out. There's moments of revelation, there's moments of clarity, because it is the season of reflection. So when it comes to Mercury in conjunction to Saturn, there are some karmic things that are happening during this time. You might, you know, get caught up in a lie, or, you know, have to come to terms with something, or something will be revealed to you as well, or you'll get more clarity or more grounding in some way. If you're working through doing affirmations or anything like that, you'll be able to kind of see that grounding happening, or feel that grounding happening with those affirmations during this time as well. Now, Venus in conjunction to Mars, this is happening because, again, both of them are in Capricorn at this time. This is a really, when Venus and Mars are conjunct, this is both divine masculine and feminine energies working together. And this is a really, really, really great conjunction just to focus in on the things that you're really passionate about. That includes love, relationships, that includes your work, that includes, especially because it's in Capricorn. So it's not just about love. It's also, there's a focus on being structurally grounded. This is a great time to like invest in your relationship, for those who might want to propose or do something like that. This is a great time to do that kind of stuff. This is a great time to set intention to have more grounding within your relationships as well, to focus on manifesting more grounding in your relationships as well. It's ultimately a really, especially because it's in Capricorn, I cannot stress it enough. Because it's in Capricorn, really thinking about long-term intentions within your relationship. So not just like, oh yeah, we've been together for, I don't know, 2 years or whatnot, and then like, okay, yeah, I was just still kind of doing, no, like, what is it that you want? Where is it that you're headed? What is it that you're building? What is it that you're growing? What is it that you're investing in? What is it that, what it's gonna look like? What's the business plan for the relationship? It really be like that. You guys will probably laugh at me for saying that, but you know Venus and Mars is in Capricorn, so I'm being as blunt and honest with y'all as possible. So it's just about grounding. It's about grounding. It's like, okay, what is the foundation of our relationship? Where is it? Where's it going? Where's it headed? What are we doing? What are we working on? Where is it going from here? it's about being logical, and that logical energy will bear fruit, right? Venus is also in conjunction of Pluto, so there's definitely a lot of intense feelings, and you might feel, you know, very possessive or even a little bit manipulative, okay? Because Pluto and Scorpio energy is very manipulative. It doesn't have to be in a bad way for those who are new here. I don't have a problem with manipulation if it's done correctly. So I'm not saying that in a bad way, but Venus in conjunction to Pluto can be very emotionally manipulative, can be also financially manipulative. Don't forget Venus rules money as well, but also pleasure. This is a great, you know, aspect to be doing some BDSM or something like that. Something fun, especially if you're doing some sensual magic for this specific, you know, new moon, which you can absolutely can. That would be part of water magic, which is what I told you guys I recommend you guys doing. Definitely make sure you take your spiritual baths and, you know, bless your home and do all of the things. Water should be the main element that you're focusing on throughout the day. So that bless your coffee, pray over your coffee, pray over your water as you're drinking it, pray over your food. You boiling eggs, you boiling something, pray over that. Pray over everything that's liquid. Okay, pray over when you're taking a shower, pray over that, do all that, do all the bases. Okay, but Venus in conjunction to Pluto can definitely be very transformative when it comes to money, when it comes to love and pleasure as well. It could definitely deepen things, and it highlights the sensual side of things in a way that's a little bit more intense. So you might be feeling a little bit more possessive, and might be feeling a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? You might be feeling a little bit more like wanting to be centered more, or wanting more attention, or wanting to do a little bit more of like some things that maybe people don't really focus on, like really diving into the relationship as well. It's also a great time for couples therapy. I'm just letting you know this is a great time for that. Mars is also in conjunction with Pluto because, again, both of these are in Capricorn. Mars in conjunction with Pluto can cause a little bit of chaos here and there, because it can make our actions be transformative. So sometimes we can get ourselves, with Mars in conjunction to Pluto, we can put ourselves in a position where something happens, and then, you know, we react, and based on that action, something transforms, something transitions, something dies. And so we need to be very mindful of our actions during this time, because they have an impact. It's kind of like you have to take responsibility for your actions. This is literally that aspect that is like, well, your actions have consequences, and here's the transformation that comes after your action. So this is a good time to also do death work, or do any type of transitioning work, or any type of if you're trying to bring a little bit of freshness, or move into the next step of like a relationship or business partnership, or, you know, working on, like, for example, if you wanted to do some transformation of your business, or bringing more clients, or whatever kind of work, great time to do that as well. And that is the last of the aspects that we're going to talk about. And now we're just going to look at the cards. And so we have, and it's so funny because the Oracle cards just like are in alignment with the tarot. We have the Chariot, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Three of Wands, then we have the Strength card, and our outcome card is the Eight of Cups in reverse. So what does this have to say? Well, first and foremost, when it comes to the Chariot and the Four of Cups, there's definitely certain things that have happened within the past couple of weeks that you might have not liked that they've had to happen. But I don't think some of you guys understand that you guys are being set up for success right now. You just don't like how it's happening. We're all collectively moving into a new direction, and you will see more clearly how this new direction is moving when Aries season comes. Okay, because this is Aries energy. And so when Aries season comes, you'll be able to have more of a consciousness of, oh, okay, this is why that happened, and why I had to get to this point to get to there. This makes absolute perfect sense. So keep that in mind. It's not just kind of like, it's not just like, oh, I'm just like not necessarily in a good place. I'm looking at it, I'm reflecting, I feel like there's certain things that I'm not really solid on right now, and I don't like that I'm not. That's fine. You don't have to feel solid about it right now. Your life is not meant to be perfect all of the damn time. But there are certain things that have been building towards victory. It's just that you're not seeing the full picture about it. And again, Pisces season can be a whole ass illusion. So of course you're not. But there are certain things that you're going to see movement towards Aries season. And like I said, and I've been saying forever on this channel, and you guys know this, Pisces season is not the season to expect change to happen instantaneously. That is Aries season, that is Gemini season, that is Sagittarius season, that's like some other seasons. It's not Pisces season. Pisces season is a going with the flow, take a nap, cleanse your energies, smoke some weed type of season. Okay. I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. Right now you should be focusing on rebuilding your strength and focusing on what it is that you haven't let go to make room for this that you expect, right? So we have two different energies here. We have Cancer energies, we have Leo energies. Okay, that also came up in the oracle cards. There's some of you that have not let go of the thing that y'all need to let go, and y'all need to accept the circumstances for what they are, because you need to make room for the things that it is that are coming to you. Okay, now we have dive deep, and this is specifically the Pluto aspects that are moving through. Dive deep requires you to take a little bit of a closer look to what's been happening, what's going on, especially if you're trying to have a deeper commitment within your pleasure, your love, your money, all of those things. You need to dive in a little bit deeper. You need to commit a little bit more. You need to try more, and you need to analyze the things that are just not and haven't been working. Okay, no excuses. Just do the work. Do the work and take a little bit of a deep dive into the ocean. Trust me. Accept the things that literally accept the things that were meant to be here to empower you, not necessarily the things that were meant to stay for like a really, really long time, because not everything was meant to be here long term. Certain things were meant to be here for a limited amount of time. They weren't meant to be here for like ever. And some of you get stuck in that mentality of, oh, I can't let this go, when you really actually need to. Okay, and re-energize. This is where that strength card is coming up. Some of you need to rest. Okay, some of you straight up need to rest. Some of you straight up need to take a break. Some of you straight up need to take a nap and cleanse your energies, because you guys are like, literally your energy levels are all over the place, and you really need to re-energize yourself. Now, remember how I said the Cancer energies and the Leo energies are coming into play? Yeah. So we have full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches a resolution. A personal issue reaches a resolution. I really hope that it's this. I really do. I really hope that it's that, because y'all be playing games with me. Be bold and make the first move, because some of y'all have just been swimming around an issue and not doing anything about it. And it's, again, that's that Mercury and Saturn connection that's going to be a little bit karmic, especially if you say something like half-ass or like trying to be smart or something, and it'd be like, oh, that's how you really feel, okay, bet, and then it just switches the whole entire shebang. Trust. And then new moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success, because you guys need to, again, you should still be feeling the energies from the moon in Leo, because it has been lingering for a minute now, and it's because that was that ego check-in of the beginning of the year. Check on yourself, check on your ego, check on your confidence. Okay, and nothing is yet set in stone. Moonable moon, because this is a moonable moon. Okay, this is a moonable moon. You need to go with the flow of things. You see them waves, you need to go with the flow. Some waves are really high and they feel very intense, and some are just kind of like they go in and out, and you're just gonna need to work with the moon and go with the flow of things, because right now is not the time to expect things to be exactly the way you want them to. Right now is the time to envision what it is that you want for your life, because that is what Pisces rules at the end of the day, is that vision. This is a great time to do a lot of spiritual work and really get solid in your practice as well. So put in the work, deep dive into your practice, deep dive into yourself, sensually, spiritually, okay, energetically, physically, mentally. Do the work. Do the work. This is a great time for me to remind y'all that I have workbooks on my website that you can buy if you're trying to dive in a little bit deeper and do some of that work. The link to my website will be down below. Anyway, so I hope that you guys got all of the messages that you needed. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now. I have like a couple other videos I'm making for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and big welcome to everybody. Definitely don't forget to check out the Patreon. It will be down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.